In a small, dusty village, a young boy named Ayan would sit on the ground, sketching with a piece of charcoal. His hands were always stained with black, but his eyes sparkled with dreams. While other children played, he lost himself in his drawings, imagining a world far beyond his reality. One evening, as Ayan was deeply engrossed in sketching, his father, Raju, walked up to him. "Drawing won't fill your stomach, son," he said firmly. "We barely have enough to survive." Ayan lowered his head, his heart sinking. He understood his father's struggle, but how could he explain that drawing was the only thing that made his world feel alive? Villagers often mocked him. "Why waste time on useless scribbles?" they laughed as they saw him sketching alone. "No one will pay for a poor boy's dreams." But Ayan ignored their taunts, gripping his charcoal even tighter. Then came the stormy night that changed everything. The wind howled, and rain poured mercilessly as their fragile house collapsed before their eyes. His mother held him close while his father tried to salvage what little they had left. When morning came, their home was nothing but ruins. Left with nothing, Ayan found shelter in an old barn. As he sat there shivering, he picked up a small wooden board and, despite everything, began to draw. He sketched the home he had lost, only this time it was bigger, stronger, and full of light. It was his dream house. Life became even harder. Ayan started doing physical labor to help his family. He carried bricks under the scorching sun, exhaustion weighing him down. But at night, when everyone else rested, he would sit under the dim glow of a lantern, sketching tirelessly. One day, while searching for scraps, he stumbled upon an old, torn sketchbook. As he flipped through its faded pages, something inside him reignited. "If someone else could fill these pages with dreams, so can I," he thought. Fate had its own plans. One afternoon, an elderly man named Mr. Raja noticed Ayan sketching. He watched silently, then smiled. "You have talent, boy," he said. "Real talent." Ayan's heart pounded. No one had ever said those words to him before. That evening, he told his mother about Mr. Raja's words. She looked into his eyes and saw something she hadn't seen in a long time: hope. The next morning, she handed him a small cloth pouch. "It's all I have," she whispered. "Go chase your dreams." With nothing but a bag and his mother's blessings, Ayan left his village, walking miles to reach the city where he could learn from real artists. He had no place to stay, no money for food, but he never stopped sketching. He practiced for hours, absorbing every lesson like a sponge. Finally, he heard about an art competition with a grand prize. He worked night and day, perfecting his piece. His hands ached, his eyes burned with sleeplessness, but he poured everything he had into that one drawing. On the day of the results, Ayan sat outside the competition hall, clutching his sketchbook. His heart pounded in his chest. He had never wanted anything more in his life. Then his name was called. He walked onto the stage, disbelief washing over him as he received the trophy and a certificate. The judges smiled at him with admiration. He had done it. He had proven that a poor village boy's dreams weren't worthless scribbles after all. Rushing home, he found his parents waiting. His father, the man who once doubted his dreams, hugged him tightly. "I was wrong," he whispered. "I'm so proud of you." With his prize money, Ayan rebuilt their home, not just for himself, but for his entire family. But he didn't stop there. Years later, he returned to his village, opening an art school for children like him. Those who had dreams, but no means to chase them. Standing before his students, Ayan smiled. He had struggled, he had fallen, but he had risen again. His journey was proof that dreams don't belong to the rich. They belong to those who refuse to give up. And so, Ayan's story became more than just his own. It became an inspiration for every child who dared to dream beyond their struggles. Moral: life will test you, break you, push you to your limits. But those who refuse to give up, who keep fighting for their dreams despite hardships, will rise above. Struggle shapes you, but your spirit defines you.